Hello everyone and welcome to the Sew It Yourself Pattern channel. In this video I will show you how to sew the Flora jacket. You can sew it with or without the scarf. And the first step is to place both scarf pieces right sides together and secure them with pins along both sides and the bottom end of the scarf, but the top side remains open. And next sew along both sides and the bottom end of the scarf. The top side stays open to turn the scarf right side out. And now turn the scarf right side out. And iron it flat so that the seams lie neatly. Now position the prepared scarf between the right back piece and the front piece at the shoulder seam. The open edge of the scarf should align with the shoulder seam, and secure the right shoulder seam with pins. And also secure the left shoulder seam without the scarf. And next sew the right shoulder seam together with all 4 layers: front piece, double layered scarf and back piece. And after that you can also close the left shoulder seam without the scarf. And the next step is the side seams. So first serge all 4 side seams. And then place the front and back pieces right sides together. And for making a slit, mark 15 centimeters from the hem of both the front and back pieces upwards. And now take a few pins to secure it. And the slit will stay open. And this is where we will sew now. And then sew the side seams at 1 centimeter up to the slit marking. And now iron the side seams flat. And then you can mark the slit at 2 centimeters, or you just fold the seam allowance to the left side and secure it with some pins to make the slit. And this is where we will sew. And now you're ready to sew the slit. And when you're at the top of the slit, stop, then put the foot up, make a few stitches to secure the slit, and then stop again, put the foot up and sew down the other side of the slit. Next, take both sleeves, place them right sides together and pin the sleeve seam. And then you can start to sew both sleeves. And then turn the vest inside out and insert the sleeve right sides together into the armhole. Make sure that the shoulder seam marking aligns with the shoulder seam of the jacket and the sleeve seam aligns with the side seam of the jacket. And secure the sleeves around with pins. And now sew the sleeves evenly into the armhole. And after you finished both sleeves, place the facing pieces right sides together, front facings on the back facing, and sew the short sides together. And after, serge the facing piece that will not be attached to the neckline. And after, give it a good press. And now take the facing and put it on the jacket with the right side of the facing on the right side of the jacket, and align with the shoulder seams and the center front. And then you can start to sew the facing along the neckline. And then give it a good press. And the next step is to secure the facing by top stitch very close to the edge of the facing. And after you top stitch the facing, this is how it should look. And now press again to make sure everything lays flat. And now fold the right side of your facing to the right side of your jacket, as we will now serge the whole center front. And before you start serging, make sure that the facing lays exactly under the center front. And the next step also on the other center front. And after serging, sew over the facing where it lays on the center front piece to keep it securely in place. And after, turn the facing over so it sits properly, and after, give it a good press to make sure everything lays flat, also the corner. And then fold the center front to the right side and secure it with pins along the entire center front on both center front sides. And this is where we will sew now. And now you can start sewing the pinned edge. And optional is also to secure the facing on the shoulder seams, where you sew exactly in the shoulder seam, but it's optional. And the last step is to finish the hem of the front pieces, the back piece and the sleeves. So first use an overlock and serge all the length. And the next and final step is to fold all of them at 2 centimeters up and secure it with some pins, as we will sew there. And then you're ready to sew the hem of the front piece, the back piece, the front piece, and also the sleeves. And you're done with your Flora jacket. I hope you enjoyed the video and that every step was clear, but if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. Thanks for watching.